American pet-owning homeowners in their 50s and 60s this June need to know the deer-resistant plants in their yard are quietly poisoning their dogs and cats. Not because you were careless, because nobody ever told you each one has a safe swap at the same price that ends the risk. Before plant number 1, drop your state right now, because your USDA zone completely changes which of these performs best for you. Find yours and pay attention. And the one at number 13, let the garden center industry bury it quietly. For 3 generations, do not skip this. Plant number 1, azalea. That $35 flowering hedge lining your driveway right now contains granulotoxins strong enough to drop a healthy dog into cardiac collapse within hours of a single bite. Picture the deep, glossy green leaves and clusters of pink and white blooms hanging low enough for a curious dog or wandering cat to brush against on the daily walk to the mailbox. Zones 4 through 9. Full sun, acidic soil. Even a few chewed leaves can trigger granulotoxin poisoning by blocking sodium channels in your dog's heart muscle, documented by the ASPCA. This same toxin family has caused fatal collapse in dogs that browsed hedges for under 10 minutes. That $35 azalea hedge swaps directly for a $30 forsythia at the same height and spring color. Most American homeowners plant azalea directly along the exact path their dog uses to enter the yard. That mistake alone leads to emergency vet bills, running $800 to $3,000 per incident. Forsythia gives you that same spring color wall at the same hedge height with zero cardiac risk to anything that walks past it. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes which of these swaps performs best for you. And the next plant on this list is sold by the bag every spring at under $2 a bulb, planted by nearly every American homeowner without a second thought. And somewhere in this video is the story of a homeowner in Georgia who planted one popular plant for its tropical look and ended up at the emergency vet. That story is coming. Keep watching. Plant number 2, tulip. That 50-cent bulb you plant by the dozen every fall concentrates its toxins in the part most pets actually dig up and chew. Picture rows of red and yellow blooms swaying above soil, where a curious cat scratches and a dog digs without ever knowing what sits an inch below. The bulb itself carries the highest concentration of allergenic lactones and glycosides, documented by the ASPCA, as causing intense drooling and tissue irritation when dogs dig and chew it directly. That 50 cent. A bulb tulip swaps directly for crocus at the same bulb price and same early bloom timing. Most American homeowners assume bulb flowers are safe, simply because they sit underground out of sight. That assumption alone sends pet owners into emergency visits, costing $800 to $3,000 during peak spring digging season. Crocus gives you that same early spring color burst at the same 50-cent bulb price with zero risk to anything that digs near it. Have you ever grown bulb flowers and never once checked which ones were safe for your pets? Drop it below. And the next plant on this list smells the strongest of anything in this entire video, which is exactly what makes it so tempting to a curious nose. Plant number 3, hyacinth. That $1 to $3 bulb planted for its powerful fragrance releases calcium oxalate crystals the moment a curious dog or cat decides to taste what smells so strong. Picture that dense purple spike pulling a beagle's nose and close enough to brush against petals lining the porch steps every single morning. Zones 4 through 8. Full sun, well-drained soil. Those needle, sharp calcium oxalate crystals, documented by the ASPCA, cause immediate oral irritation and intense drooling the moment a pet bites into any part of the bulb. That $1 to $3 hyacinth bulb swaps directly for camellia, priced similarly at most nurseries, with an even longer fragrant bloom window. Most American homeowners plant hyacinth in raised beds, right along walkways, where pets brush past daily on their way outside. That placement mistake turns a fragrant spring favorite into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit within minutes of exposure. Camellia gives you that same fragrant showpiece, bloom at the same nursery price, with zero crystal irritant risk to anything that gets close. And we have not even reached number 4 yet. The plant coming up next carries the single highest fatality rate of anything on this entire list. Plant number 4, sago palm. That $80 tropical accent piece drops seeds every season, carrying the highest fatality rate of any common ornamental sold in American nurseries. Picture those dark feathered fronds shading a cluster of fallen orange-brown seeds resting in mulch exactly where a retriever noses around every afternoon. Sago palm seeds carry the highest psychocin concentration of any part of the plant, and a single seed has documented fatal outcomes in dogs. Psychas revoluta carries a published 50 to 75% mortality rate in dogs that ingest seeds per veterinary case series data. That $80 palm swaps directly for a $40 ponytail palm with nearly identical sculptural form. Most American homeowners assume an ornamental plant means decorative only, never edible, looking to a curious pet. That single assumption turns one fallen seed into a $800 to $3,000 emergency, sometimes within hours. Ponytail palm replaces it with zero seed risk. This is not here to make you afraid of your own garden. It is here because your family deserves to know exactly what they are growing, and nobody at that garden center was ever going to tell you this unprompted. Next is the most innocent-looking flower on this list, yet just as deadly. Plant number 5, lily of the valley. That $6 to $12 woodland favorite looks like something from a children's storybook, yet carries cardiac glycoside toxicity, serious enough to stop a heart. Picture those small white bells hanging delicately in shaded soil where a cat curls up to nap just inches from the leaves. Zones 3 through 8 partial shade. ASPCA confirms cardiac glycoside toxicity in every part of this plant, capable of causing irregular heart rhythm in a cat or dog from a small amount of leaf or stem. That $6 to $12 lily of the valley swaps directly for sweet alyssum, priced even lower at most nurseries, with a similar low spreading ground cover habit. Most American homeowners plant this in shaded beds specifically because pets favor the same cool, low spots to rest. That overlap turns a quiet nap spot into a $800 to $3,000 emergency the moment a leaf gets chewed. Sweet alyssum gives you that same low, fragrant ground cover at a lower price with zero cardiac risk to anything resting nearby. Did you believe that delicate, fairy tale-looking flowers were automatically safe for pets? Be completely honest in the comments. Next is a cascading vine whose seed pods look exactly like something a dog would mistake for a snack. Plant number 6, wisteria. That $45 flowering vine drops seed pods every season that look exactly like the edible pea pods sitting in your kitchen right now. Picture those cascading purple blooms, shading a patio where a fallen pod lands within easy reach of a dog walking past on a summer afternoon. This same risk pattern is documented in laburnum, where seed pods mimicking edible peas led pets and children to ingest toxic glycosides without hesitation. That $45 wisteria swaps directly for a $25 coral honeysuckle, which also draws hummingbirds throughout the season. Most American homeowners let mature seed pods drop and sit on patios and lawns, exactly where pets roam freely. That mistake alone turns a beautiful cascading vine into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit during peak pod drop season. Coral honeysuckle gives you that same cascading color and pollinator draw with zero pod risk to anything walking beneath it. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes which of these vines performs best for you. Next is a winter bloomer most homeowners trust simply because nothing else flowers that time of year. Plant number 7, hellebore. That $15 to $30 winter bloomer earns trust simply because it flowers when almost nothing else will, yet every part of it carries cardiac glycosides. Picture those pale, nodding blooms surviving frost while a beagle noses through the same bed every morning on its winter walk. Zones 4 through 8, partial shade, well-drained soil. Every part of this plant carries cardiac glycosides documented by university extension toxicology lists. as causing drooling and irregular heart rhythm in pets that chew the leaves or roots. That $15 to $30 hellebore swaps directly for coral bells, priced similarly with year, round foliage color instead of a short winter bloom window. Most American homeowners trust this plant precisely because it survives frost when nothing else does. That trust alone keeps it planted in beds pets visit daily through the coldest months of the year. Sweet Alyssum gives you that same low, fragrant ground cover at a lower price with zero cardiac risk to anything resting nearby. Did you believe that delicate, fairy tale-looking flowers were automatically safe for pets? Be completely honest in the comments. Next is a cascading vine whose seed pods look exactly like something a dog would mistake for a snack. Earlier at the start of this video, I mentioned a homeowner in Georgia. This is that story. She is in her 60s, gardening in Zone 8, and planted a sago palm purely for its tropical curb appeal, never knowing the seeds it dropped each season carried the highest fatality rate documented by veterinary case series of any common ornamental in her yard. One emergency visit cost her $1,400, and her Zone 8 yard now grows a ponytail palm in that exact spot with the same tropical look and zero seed risk. The viewers here right now are the ones this channel was built for. And what comes next is something most gardening channels never research deeply enough to find. Stay close, because the next plant has been sitting in millions of American hedges without a single warning label. Plant number 8, boxwood. That $20 to $45 hedge sits trimmed and trusted in millions of American front yards right now. Yet every leaf contains alkaloids that trigger gastrointestinal upset in pets. Picture that dense, tightly clipped green wall lining a walkway where a cat brushes past it on the way to the porch every single day. Zones 5 through 8, full sun to partial shade, well-drained soil. The alkaloids in boxwood foliage are documented by University Extension toxic plant lists as causing vomiting, drooling, and diarrhea in pets that chew even a small amount of leaf. That $20 to $45 boxwood swaps directly for inkberry holly at the same price range and nearly identical dense evergreen form. Most American homeowners trim this hedge regularly and leave clippings on the ground where pets sniff and chew them during cleanup. That habit alone turns routine pruning into an unexpected $800 to $3,000 vet bill. Coral bells gives you that same year-round shade color with zero cardiac risk to anything that visits the bed throughout winter. What plant, spot, or situation in your yard has defeated every single thing you have ever tried? Drop it below right now. Earlier at the start of this video, I mentioned a story. That story is coming up right now. Plant number 9, yew. That $25 to $60 evergreen hedge grows bright red berries that look exactly like candy to a curious dog or child, yet the needles hiding beneath them carry even greater risk. Picture those glossy red clusters hanging at nose height, where a beagle pauses every walk along the property line. Zones 4 through 7, full sun to partial shade, well-drained soil. Done. This is the only plant on this list where the foliage carries more documented toxicity than the bright red berries that attract the curiosity in the first place. ASPCA and Cornell Riney Canine Health Center confirmed taxine alkaloids in yew needles can trigger sudden cardiac arrest in dogs within hours. That $25 to $60 yew swaps directly for a $35 dwarf arborvitae at the same evergreen structure and hedge height. Most American homeowners leave pruned yew clippings on the ground during seasonal trimming, exactly where pets chew them. Dwarf arborvitae gives you that same evergreen structure at the same hedge height with zero cardiac risk to anything walking the property line. That clean swap costs nothing extra while removing the entire risk from your yard this weekend. Next is a woodland favorite that grazing deer avoid for the exact same reason your pet should too. Plant number 10, mountain laurel. That $25 to $50 woodland shrub gets left untouched by browsing deer for the exact same toxin that threatens your dog or cat up close. Picture those pink and white blooms thriving in shade, while a deer grazes past it without a second glance, just yards from where your retriever walks daily. Zones 4 through 9. Partial shade, acidic soil. Gyanotoxins in mountain laurel, documented by the ASPCA, are the same toxin family found in azalea, capable of causing vomiting and cardiac irregularity in pets that chew the leaves. That $25 to $50 mountain laurel swaps directly for mountain mint at a lower price point, with the bonus of repelling other pests naturally. Most American homeowners plant this, specifically because deer leave it alone, never realizing that same trait signals danger to household pets too. That overlap turns a deer-resistant favorite into a hidden household risk. Mountain mint gives you that same deer-resistant reliability with zero gyanotoxin risk to anything that visits the bed. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes which of these swaps performs best for you. Next is a rhizome flower. Most homeowners have grown for decades without ever checking its safety. Plant number 11, iris. That $8 to $15 rhizome has been grown by American families for decades, yet the thick underground root concentrates irritants strong enough to cause serious oral and digestive distress. Picture those tall purple blooms swaying above soil where a cat scratches and digs without ever knowing what sits just below. The rhizome carries irisin and other irritants documented by University Extension toxicology lists as causing oral burning, drooling, and vomiting in pets that dig and chew it. That $8 to $15 iris swaps directly for salvia, confirmed non-toxic by the ASPCA, at the same nursery price with an even longer summer bloom window. Most American homeowners divide and replant iris rhizomes every few years, leaving fragments exposed in loose soil pets dig through. That habit alone turns a routine garden chore into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit. Salvia gives you that same tall, colorful border presence at the same price with zero rhizome risk to anything digging nearby. Confirmed non-toxic by the ASPCA, this swap costs nothing extra while removing the entire risk this weekend. Next is a hedge plant lining property borders across the country that almost nobody questions. Plant number 12, privet. That $10 to $25 property line hedge produces small dark berries every fall that carry glycosides strong enough to cause serious gastrointestinal distress in pets. Picture that dense green wall dropping fallen berries onto the exact strip of lawn where a beagle walks the fence line every single evening. Zones 4 through 8, full sun to partial shade, well-drained soil. University Extension toxicology lists document privet glycosides as causing vomiting, abdominal pain, and depression in dogs that eat the fallen fall berries directly. That $10 to $25 privet swaps directly for arrowwood viburnum at a similar price with the same dense screening height and added pollinator value. Most American homeowners let fallen berries sit on the ground beneath the hedge through the entire fall cleanup season. That oversight alone turns a routine property line hedge into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit. Arrowwood viburnum gives you that same dense screening hedge at the same price, with zero glycoside risk to anything that walks the fence line. Have you ever grown a hedge for years without ever once checking what it actually produces each fall? Be honest, below. And remember, plant number 13 from the very start of this video. It is coming up next. Plant number 13. Daffodil. That 50-cent bulb planted by nearly every American family every fall concentrates latecorin in its bulb strongly enough to cause severe vomiting in a dog that digs one up. Picture those bright yellow trumpets lining the walkway while a cat scratches at the loose soil hiding the bulb just below. Zones 3 through 9, full sun, well-drained soil. ASPCA confirms latecorin concentration peaks in the bulb itself, capable of triggering severe vomiting, drooling, and cardiac irregularity in pets that dig and chew it directly. That 50-cent. A bulb daffodil swaps directly for snowdrop at a comparable bulb price, with the same early spring bloom timing American gardeners plant for. Most American homeowners assume a 50-cent bulb poses no real risk simply because it is so common and inexpensive. That assumption alone turns routine fall planting into an $800 to $3,000 spring emergency visit. Snowdrop gives you that same early bloom timing at a comparable price with zero lichorine risk to anything digging nearby. And for the American growers in their 50s and 60s watching closely, your decades of garden experience are exactly why catching this swap now matters. Next is the most planted fall color shrub in American suburbs, and almost nobody has ever questioned it. Plant number 14, burning bush. That $20 to $40 fall color favorite drops small berries every autumn, carrying compounds documented to cause vomiting and diarrhea in pets that eat them. Picture that vivid red foliage shedding berries onto the lawn, where a retriever noses through fallen leaves every single fall afternoon. University extension lists document burning bush berries as causing gastrointestinal upset in pets, a risk almost no homeowner associates with this celebrated fall color staple. That $20 to $40 burning bush swaps directly for 9 bark at a similar price, trading orange. Red fall color for deep burgundy foliage held nearly year-round. Most American homeowners plant this specifically for its fall display, never realizing the berries that follow carry any risk at all. That blind spot alone keeps thousands of yards exposed every single autumn season. Ninbark gives you that same eye-catching, seasonal color at a similar price, with zero berry risk to anything that noses through fallen leaves. Drop your state in the comments right now. Your USDA zone completely changes which of these swaps performs best for you. Next is the porch staple almost every American household buys without a second thought every single fall. Plant number 15, chrysanthemum. That $8 to $18 porch staple, bought by nearly every American household every fall, contains pyrethrins strong enough to cause vomiting and drooling in a pet that chews the blooms. Picture that dense pod of orange and yellow flowers sitting at exactly nose height for a cat walking the porch railing every single afternoon. Zones 5 through 9. Full sun, well-drained soil. ASPCA confirms pyrethrins in chrysanthemum cause vomiting, drooling, and incoordination in pets that chew the flowers or leaves, a risk hiding in plain sight on millions of porches. That $8 to $18 chrysanthemum swaps directly for Gerbera daisy at the same price range with an equally bold, long-lasting bloom display. Most American homeowners buy this plant purely on impulse every fall, never once checking what it actually contains. That impulse purchase alone sends curious pets into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit. Gerbera daisy gives you that same bold porch color at the same price point with zero pyrethrin risk to anything that walks past it daily. What plant, spot, or situation in your yard has defeated every single thing you have ever tried? Drop it below right now. Last on this list is a December landscaping standard nobody has ever questioned. Plant number 16, holly. That $30 to $55 evergreen shrub fills American walkways every December with berries documented to cause vomiting and lethargy in dogs that eat them. Picture those glossy red clusters dropping onto the exact path a beagle walks every single day on the way to the front door. Zones 5 through 9, full sun to partial shade, well-drained soil. ASPCA documents holly berries as causing vomiting and lethargy in dogs. A December landscaping standard nobody questions until a pet starts eating what falls on the walkway. That $30 to $55 holly swaps directly for a $35 berry. Free Japan holly cultivar, keeping the same glossy evergreen look with zero berry risk. Most American homeowners plant holly near front walkways, specifically for winter curb appeal, exactly where dropped berries collect. That placement alone turns a holiday classic into an $800 to $3,000 emergency visit. Japan holly gives you that same glossy evergreen winter look at a similar price with zero berry risk to anything walking the front path daily. That closes out all 16 plants and all 16 safe swaps on this list. Coming up right now are 3 things about this entire topic almost no source ever puts together in one place. 3 things about this entire topic almost no source puts in one place. Sago palm seeds carry the highest documented fatality rate of any common ornamental sold in American nurseries, with a published 50 to 75% mortality rate in dogs that ingest them. Wisteria seed pods mimic the exact edible pea pods sitting in your kitchen, the same risk pattern documented in laburnum poisonings nationwide. Yew is the only plant on this list where the foliage carries more documented toxicity than the bright red berries that attract the curiosity in the first place. 16 safe swaps replace $230 to $480 in original toxic plants at the same investment range, removing the entire risk permanently for the same money already spent. Here is exactly where to begin based on your zone right now. Here is exactly where to begin. Zone to plants to dollar. Zones 3 through 7. Your highest priority swaps are Sweet Alyssum, Dwarf Arborvitae, and Snowdrop, replacing Lily of the Valley, Yew, and Daffodil for under $80 combined. And coldest zone families should act on these three first since they carry the most severe documented risk for that climate. Say, Nose 8 through 11 carry your highest severity risks. Ponytail, Palm, Inkberry Holly, and Yaupon Holly replace Sago Palm, Boxwood, and Holly for under $150 combined. And these three swaps deserve top priority this week, given the documented fatality data tied specifically to your warm zone plants. You just received zone-accurate, dollar-grounded, research-based plant knowledge. Most American pet owners have never had put together in one place. If this video gave you even one plant you had never considered dangerous, hit like right now before you forget. Drop your state and zone below, and tell me which plant on this list surprised you most this June. Subscribe to Natural Verge. The plants your great-grandmother knew were safe are still out there, and we find every one of them every single week.